So today at Hemingway's Playground, we're going to get that timing chain installed and get that all in phase so that the cranks are moving at the same position at the same time. The captain's crank and the stoker's crank all moving at the same time in the same position. Stick around here and see how that goes. Only at Hemingway's Playground. Welcome to Hemingway's Playground. All right, so I ran into a huge problem. As you may have seen, that front bottom bracket was way loose. I wiggled it and it was really bad and loose. So that bearing was shot. So what I ended up doing was taking another bottom bracket I had laying around, GXP, same style. I pulled the bearing out of that one and put it into this one. This one was set up different for Tandem, I think. So I felt it was easiest just to pull the bearing out of it. So I pulled the bearing out and put it in the bottom bracket in here, reinstalled everything. I actually installed the cranks on the back as well. Can't remember if I did that before in the on camera or not, but I got both sets of cranks on, so we can take a look at that at this time. So let's take a look at both cranks here. Good. Got that spinning. Bearings are in. There's no side-to-side play, so we're good there. I feel like there might be a little tight, maybe a little drag on there, and maybe I've got the crank arm on here just a little too snug. I might back it off a hair, see what that does. But then I also have the crank arm installed back here. Got a little more spin to it, not a ton, but a little more. And yeah, those are installed. Red chainring bolts all around. See that little red line spin as they go by. So on to the next project here. All right, so here's the rear derailleur. Going to install this next. Let's weigh it and see what we're at. 20 grams. All right, let's put it on. To do that, I'm going to bring it up and toward the back. There we go. Rear derailleur's on. Let's go see if I can find the front derailleur and rear derailleur. The rear derailleur hanger I just installed. Now I need to put the rear derailleur on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the timing chain on because I want to do something. And my wife just came down and told me that it's really late and I need to be going to bed because I've got a training ride first thing in the morning and I need to get some sleep to have some energy to get on the bike. So I'm going to do one last thing, put the timing chain on, and then call it good. So let's see what the timing chain weighs. And this is a KMC narrow chain, probably a 9-speed. 404 grams. Let's put it on. That's an indication that that's a little too tight. But that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I got to loosen the eccentric to get that out. And I've set myself up for failure for that because I put the loosening bolt on the wrong side. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that apart and fix it, which means I'm gonna have to take the chain rings off, or the chain crank off, to fix it, which means I got to take this chain off, and it's so tight, I don't know that I can. So that'll be fun. Yeah. Let's just see if I can get it to work off right here. Let's see if I can go, well, like I was just, I mean, it's like a guitar string. All right, so I was able to get the cranks on and the chain on and the captain crank and the stoker crank all in good sequence or in good phase, so that the cranks are pointing at the same direction at the same time. It was a much trial and tribulation getting that all set up. Had to rebuild bottom brackets and get the play out of them, but got the play out of it and got it all set up. So now that is set up properly, and I'll show you what we're looking at there. So now that's going well. Chain's not too tight. It's got some slack in it, some play, but not too much where that it's easily going to come off the timing setup. Not putting too much tension on the system either, so we should be all set there. Now what I think I'm going to do is get the wheel set up, get the wheels on there. So that's our next step, is dive into the wheel setup. So it's a learning process, right? We see there's an unforeseen mistake there. The bottom bracket sleeve was, or the bottom bracket eccentric sleeve was installed the wrong direction. So the whole thing's got to be taken apart and redone again. Learn from my mistakes. That's why we have these YouTube videos, right? You see how it's done and then see how it's not done. So hopefully you can learn from that mistake, and when you do your work, or if you do your work, you can make sure that you don't make the same mistake that I made. But it's a process, and we just kind of move forward with that. Thanks for sticking around. If you want to see the rest of the Tandem build, stick around here at Hemingway's Playground.